Hello everyone. This is the demonstration of a project for the class CSCI-586, that's Database Systems Interoperability. We call this project From Pen to Camera. This is a Group 4 project and my name is Shraddha Deshmukh. In this project, we've tried to find a way to link information about movies that are based on books. What we do here is get information about books and movies from different sources like Wikipedia, IMDb, LinkedIn, develop book and movie ontologies theoretically, and then federate the two to figure out links between books and relevant movies. So let's take a look at the ontology, the federated ontology that we've created. We've done this in Prodigy. There are a bunch of classes that we've defined, a list of books which is stored in the class book, characters in a book, list of movies, distributors of a movie, publishers of books, actors that have acted in a movie, authors of a book, producers that have produced movies, screenplay writers that have written screenplays for movies. Now these classes are linked together with each other using these object properties. Most of these object properties have inverse relations. So the property acted in links an actor who's acted in a specific movie. Its inverse is a movie has a specific actor. So such inverse relationships have been defined so that if we define data for acted in relationship, then Prodigy is using its reasoner is able to infer the inverse relation of the movie having an actor that we just defined. Adapted from is a very specific and the core relationship of this particular ontology because that's the one that links the books and movies together. This can best be explained using an example, I believe. So let's take a look at the movie Dear John. This movie is adapted from a book named Dear John. We were able to infer this information by looking at the abstracts that are present in Wikipedia for those particular movies. So if we look at Dear John in Wikipedia, then there is this line in there that says it is an adaptation of Nicholas Sparks' novel of the same name. So specific keywords like adaptation of, or adapted from, or based on, or inspired by, these kind of set of words have helped identify if a specific movie is based on any book or novel written by authors. So using that, parsing that abstract from Wikipedia using natural language processing techniques, we were able to figure out if a particular movie was based on a specific book, and that was written in this ontology in the form of adapted from relationship. There are also data properties, which are the gross revenue generated for a movie, the genre of a book, genre of a movie, the date on which a book was published, and the date on which a movie was released. So now that we have understood the classes and the links between these classes in our ontology, we can go ahead and look at some queries so that we can figure out how this information and this kind of organization of the information can be used to infer some really cool things from this ontology. So we'll start with something simple. Let's try and find all the actors in a movie. So we'll consider Dear John since we started with that. The reasoner is already running right now. These queries, before executing them, the reasoner needs to be started. The reasoner we are using is fact plus plus. What it does is checks for consistency of an ontology. In this case, because there was no error message when we started the reasoner, it means that the ontology is consistent and we can begin executing queries. So every inverse relationship or every inferred relationship based on that ontology is now present inside the ontology itself, and so derived relationships are easier to to be queried on now. So let's execute this particular query. We don't need the subclasses, we're looking only at the individuals. So these are a list of actors that have acted in the movie Dear John as per the data entered in our ontology. Then if we want to list all movies that a particular actor has acted in, so here we're looking at movies that Channing Tatum, for example, has acted in. If I execute this, we have a bunch of movies that Channing Tatum has acted in. It gets more interesting now. All the movies that are based on a specific book. So adapted from, as I explained before, is the relationship that best describes it and is also the core of our project. So if I want to find all the movies that are based on a book, Cinderella, I get all these list of movies that are based on the book Cinderella. Now, as you can see, the name of the movie Ever After or Ella Enchanted doesn't have any indication that it is based on the book Cinderella, because it doesn't have the name Cinderella in the name of the movie, but it still is based on the book. And this we were able to derive because it was mentioned somewhere in the abstract, and because we were able to parse that using natural language processing, we were able to find even those movies which are not intuitively directly related to that particular book, but in reality really are. So that's one of the beauties of this particular ontology right now. Then let's look at all the movies based on books written by an author. So I want to look at books that are written by Nicholas Sparks and the movies that were based on those books. So if I execute that, in this ontology we have 3 of them. If I want a list of all books written by Nicholas Sparks with genre romance, I think all 3 of them are romance novels, so we should get the names of the books. There we go. Yes. All the movies and genres based on a book of the genre romance. Now there can be multiple books that are of genre romance. Right. So Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility were added to this. So they were written by different authors but are of the genre romance. Certain other queries are simpler ones, like the ones that if I want to find out all books published by a publisher, Doubleday, then this is the list. So similarly we can find all the movies distributed by a specific distributor. If I want to find out all the characters that Channing Tatum has played, for example, just the characters in movies, I have a list of characters. If I want to find a list of all the movies which have characters based on a book, so if I want to find where was Galadriel referred, so in Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings Two Towers, these are the 2 Lord of the Rings movies that are present in our ontology, and Galadriel is a character in both of them. So I get a list of those movies. So such queries and more can be done on this kind of an ontology using PL queries or Sparkle queries. And a lot of information can be inferred from these ontologies. And if this can be further used in other systems like search engines or applications that are solely based on books and movies, where you can sort of have a component which can programmatically fire these queries on the ontology and find relationships and use those in its functioning, or just display them in the various creative ways. This concludes the demonstration of the project from pen to camera. Thank you very much for watching.